doing a special video today. It was a request for me to show you a little bit about my vintage t-shirt collection. What's my tips on finding good vintage t-shirts? First thing is I buy my vintage t-shirts in 3 different places. 1 is thrift stores, 2 is vintage stores or sales, and 3 is on eBay. For thrift stores, you tend to find your vintage t-shirts actually in the boys section. So I have this stack. These were all 69 cents or 99 cents. A lot of them were bought when I was still in high school because I used to thrift shop a lot more when I was in high school and I lived in suburbia because everyone knows the best thrift stores are in suburbia. This is an older one just got a NASA print. This is probably my favorite one that I've ever gotten from the boys section. And I've worn this one probably the most. I used to wear this all the time with like velour tracksuits. I know. Bad, but I used to wear them all the time with that. Obviously this was like 8 years ago, but there's this one. And these ones here are actually camp shirts, so that's another cool thing to look for. In Ontario where I live, there's a lot of camps in Muskoka, and so a lot of kids, you know, who go to camps like that or go to lakes up there get these shirts, and this is another one. There's just some plain ones. I just love the feel of them. What you want to look for in a vintage shirt is something that's 50% polyester, 50% cotton, because that's going to give you that really soft feel and also the type of fit. Not be super tight, but still look fitted. Sometimes a shirt will be 100% cotton like this one is, but because it's older or just washed a lot, it tends to be a little bit more worn, and then it still has that softness. But the best ones are the ones that are 50-50. And you can just feel that. Like when you're going through the racks of t-shirts and they're all in a row, you can even just touch them and you'll be able to tell when one is vintage or is that kind of blend because they'll be softer. So it's really easy if there's a lot to go through to just do that and kind of try to pick them out. So yeah, these are all boys' larges. So you can just see that they're pretty tiny. Then the other place I buy shirts a lot is in vintage stores, and I have a bunch here. And I'll just go through these quickly. These tend to be a bit more expensive. You can usually find them for around $10 to upwards. My most expensive shirt was $60. This is one that says Jailhouse Pizza and Pub, and it's got like a New York number on it. This one's really cute. I wear this one quite a bit. This one I think was around $15, so pretty inexpensive. This one is a Waylon Jennings shirt, which I love. I've worn this on the blog, and if you see the print, it says, "Will the wolf survive?" on it. It has a wolf, so not only is it a great band shirt, but it's a wolf shirt as well. And I, just as a rule for myself, I don't wear a band shirt unless I know who the person is and I know their song. So Waylon Jennings is a country singer famous for the Dukes of Hazzard theme. But yeah, he's great. And then this one I'm wearing today is also from a vintage sale. I'll stand up so you can see it. It's a Bob Seger shirt. I love Bob Seger. And I got this one for 20 bucks. Has some holes in it. It's not perfect, like you can see right there. It's a big hole in it. But a lot of times that adds to the charm. Obviously, you want to try to avoid stains. That's probably the worst. I mean, you can have a couple holes and it kind of looks belle-men, but stains are kind of gross and they don't come out, obviously. If it's a vintage shirt, they're stuck on there. So that's the one thing to kind of look for. Sometimes you'll find an amazing shirt, but if it's in bad condition, it's not really worth it. This one I bought online, and it kind of speaks to that because it's a Banff shirt, and Banff is my favorite place. It's in Alberta. And I bought it just because it was a Banff shirt, but it's got like armpit stains, which is really gross, and I kind of don't wear it because it kind of grosses me out. Yeah, and it came like that, so that's one thing just to watch out for. This is another one that was on eBay. I think if you're looking for something very specific, eBay is great because you'll always be able to find, just do a search. There's so many vintage t-shirts on eBay. You can put in, you know, whatever band you like, and some of them can be extremely expensive on eBay. I tend to kind of just go for the cheaper stuff, but if you really, really want it and you can pay the money, yeah, there's some that go for hundreds of dollars. There's a Nirvana bleach t-shirt that is $1,000 that I want so badly, but I refuse to spend that much money on a t-shirt. And it also depends with eBay if vintage shirts are really hot or if that band or group is currently very hot. Because I'll show you a shirt later that I actually bought on eBay for $14.99, but at one point for selling for, you know, $150, $200. It just kind of depends on the time you buy it. This one was another one from a vintage store. It's just a San Francisco Giants shirt. Now, I'm a Blue Jays girl, but this shirt is so, so soft. And I wear this one all the time because it's like this kind of brownish black color. I love it. I really love it. And this one was $10. These two I got at a vintage show, and they always do these big vintage shows in Toronto 3 times a year, and they sell shirts like 2 for $20, and these ones are gorgeous because they are so threadbare. Like when you look for a shirt where you can see like your hands through it, that is an awesome vintage tee. So this one is, I came to Homer just for the halibut. It's an Alaska t-shirt, and it's my like dream to go to Alaska, and I would love to go halibut fishing. I saw that on Discovery Channel, and ever since then I've wanted to go. So when I saw that one, I had to get it. And then the one I got with it too is so awesome. It is a trucker shirt, Peril's Truck Shop on the back with a big eagle, and then on the front it says Born to be Free with another eagle and a big semi. It's so awesome. I wear this one as a beach cover-up a lot, and I wear this one out in the summer tons and tons. It's just the softest, like really thin shirt. It's awesome. And this one is a wolf tee. This one is very thick. It's really not as nice as the others. It's like a thick cotton, but I love the print on it that I got it anyway, and I think if I just wear it a lot, it'll eventually get worn in. So this is one of the few ones that isn't like a 50-50 shirt or super thin and soft. It's kind of a stiffer one, but it looks cute. I also buy a lot of shirts in this style, which is like the raglan sleeve. This one is a Bruce Springsteen tee. It was like $40 or $50. It's one of my more expensive ones, and it has the world tour on the back. And I love Bruce. He's one of my very, very favorite artists, so I didn't mind spending a bit more for him. And yeah, this is one of the ones that went for really expensive on eBay, but I found it in a vintage store. This is the one that was $15 on eBay that it goes for $100 or $200. It's another Bruce Springsteen shirt from the Born in the USA tour. So yeah, I've always wanted this one, and I was just really persistent and waited for them to go cheaper, and I actually ended up scoring it. So there are lots of shirts out there. Just keep that in mind. If your band isn't really obscure, if you like kind of like a big artist like Bruce Springsteen, who obviously sold out stadiums, so there's going to be tons and tons of shirts out there for him, wait until you can probably find a cheaper one somewhere. Right now, I'm really looking for Guns N' Roses. That's the one I want, Appetite for Destruction. This is a Journey tee. This is my most expensive one. It's from their 81 tour. And I got this one in a vintage store, but it's worth it because Don't Stop Believing is one of the best songs ever. And then a couple other ones. This is a Miller t-shirt, but it's in French. It's really cute. And then I have some where I bought kind of just for their novelty. This one says Good Nuts Are Hard to Find, and it has a squirrel on it. And then if something doesn't quite fit right, you can always modify them. Was just like a regular oversized men's cotton tee. And then I just got it like made into like a little tight fitted shirt. This Nirvana tee had really ugly sleeves, so I just chopped them off. And now it's like a tank. And then these ones were all my boyfriend's, and he used to cut the sleeves off all his shirts, and I ended up keeping them all when he tried to give them away because I just love how soft they are. But yeah, I just cut the sleeves off, and then they look really cute. This is the one he was wearing the first day that I met him, so I couldn't let him throw it out. But so just to recap, I guess my best advice would be check out your local thrift stores on a regular basis. Definitely stick to the boys section, although a little perusal through the men's never hurt anyone. 2, if you're going to go vintage shopping, hold out for the stuff you really love, the images you really like on a shirt. Stay away from anything stained because it's not going to come out. And remember to stay on budget because some of those prices are ridiculous in vintage stores. And you probably can find it cheaper on eBay or if you just stick it out a bit. And 3, when it comes to eBay, again, search what you love. Keep looking all the time because there's just an exorbitant amount of t-shirts out there. So you will find what you want for the price you want to pay if you are just persistent. And yeah, just have fun with it because that's what they're all about. And they're just a great way to kind of tone down an outfit or add some personality or kind of who you are to an outfit. Because you can really personalize your whole collection with just the bands and things that you love. So yeah. Love your shirts and hope this helps you guys start off your own collections.